Alright, and welcome to my new horde base. So I spent basically the entire game week doing nothing but building this new horde base. It's a brand new location, much flatter, it's much better the way I like to build my bases, and completely redesigned to deal with cop spit. Everything else is pretty much the same. I have reduced the amount of traps that I'm using, just because the footprint is different now. But as you can see, coming up, base is almost completely submerged. And because of that upper wall right there, the cops cannot see me, so therefore they will not try to spit at me. At least that's my premise. So they come down here from whichever side they come in. Eventually this will all be concrete at an angle. Just for right now I didn't have time to finish it out. So each side has this same type of entrance. It's got 4 slits with 2 blade traps on the openings. And then on the inside we have my pyramid, and then we have blade traps, and the pyramid's a bit different this time because you come up one, and as you can see the floor to get to me is only 1 up, but because of the blade traps it's actually 2. And then I have bulletproof glass here on the corners, just the normal wood, and then I did concrete pillars right there with a steel ladder. And then up in the corner there, or over here I should say, I've got an SMG, and then another one over in this corner, and those are just for birds. So basically what my plan with this base is to use as little ammo as possible, and just let the blade traps do all the work, so that way I only have steel and concrete for repairs to deal with. So, yep, as you can see there's no way to actually get inside there because I have built a tunnel. I was going to try to make it a bit further out, but I had zombies attacking me from above, so this is where I had to go up at. I've actually got 2 airlocks here, both vault doors, and then the vault hatch up top, so they should not see this as a viable path. Because I also did not bring the ladder all the way down, so you have to jump up to get on the ladder and come up here into the internal base. So for lighting, what I've done is I've got 2 lights on each side and near the corners, and they should provide enough light. And yep, just wanted to make sure I took down all my scaffolding. So per usual, I've got 1 battery bank for each quadrant, except for this time I'm not using a 5th one to do the defenses right here in the pyramid, because I have about 10 less blade traps now. My power requirements are considerably less with this type of design, and as you can see there's no way that they can take out the relays this time because they are all protected now by reinforced concrete. And if I need to, I will be shooting down, but I did not bring any extra ammo with me, and I am not going to rely on the junk turrets at all on this playthrough, so we'll see how this goes. So, game stage 127, level 58. So, as you can see, and then if I come up here, and I have nothing here, but I can see over the lip now, at least about 20 blocks or so past the area immediately next to my base. So it does gives me a little bit of area, but I don't need it because, yeah, don't need it. I'll just keep that bird cage open, and we're just gonna have some fun with this, see what happens. As you can see, I only had, this was actually from looting a couple of the POIs right around here. I had never bothered with them until I got finished with this structure, so. And that was this morning. So, we're just going to wait out. Currently, I've just got 4 batteries in each one. And as you can see, not even anywhere near max output. But the only difference is because the turrets are in 2 quadrants and the lighting, what I did is I balanced it out so um, as you can see here, the non-turret one pulls 3 turrets or 3 light sources, and the turret one just pulls 1 light source. So that way they actually come to within 1 watt difference of each other. And I did manage to remember to eat food and water before starting it this time, so yep. Hopefully I won't do anything stupid this time. Alright. Well, we'll go ahead and turn the defenses on now. Turn my flashlight off, and as you can see, the pit area is still a little dark, and I have to decide what to do about that. I think for right now that's fine, because what I can do is I can just switch to my flashlight. But we're going to start with the shotgun. Alright, so I can hear them, but no one... Oh, there we go. Huh. Those SMGs are pointed upward, but apparently... Oh, and one thing, after the last 2 horde nights at the old base, I never actually repaired any of these blade traps yet, and quite a few of them were damaged, but most of them only required 1 block of steel after 2 horde nights. So yeah, repair costs on that setup was actually pretty low, at least as far as the traps go. Oh, radiated. So I did consider actually bringing the bars all the way down, but I was afraid to doing that they would not see a viable path to the center location here, and they might try going for the tunnel. So depending on how this night goes, I think I might try it for the next horde night. I'll just bring these wooden bars down right here between the bulletproof glass, and then see how it goes. Alright, power usage is still good. We're pulling 104 watts in that quadrant, and then 103. And like I said earlier, that's the difference between turret and non-turret. That crawler should be killed by the blade traps. That's kind of concerning, actually. He must have been beating on the blade trap, maybe? Alright, I hear him coming in a different area. Oh, just that side still. Yeah, did remember my nerdy goggles. No cops yet, whereas last horde night I had 4 by this time. So I'm kind of curious. I mean, the whites and the radiades are a good sign, but I really want to see how cops deal with this setup. The only thing that concerns me is when they overload a single blade trap like that. So I kind of wish they would split up a bit more, but it's the way the game AI spawn mechanic works, because it likes to spawn them at the southeast, northeast coordinates instead of, you know, north, south, east, west on the cardinals. And I did consider putting motion sensors out there and then activate all the traps, at least the external ones, to the motion sensors only. But I figured if they started coming in and then the horde stopped, they would stop and then they would just walk right through. So I figured it just wasn't worth it. My electrical production is pretty good, and with this setup, if it works, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put solar banks up here, so that way I don't even have to move the batteries out anymore. I can just literally just leave the horde base when I'm done, come back, repair it right before it starts, and just go at it. So those crawlers getting underneath the blade traps are interesting. I honestly did not think that they could do that, because it is the one block. Still no cops yet. I'll be curious to see how much damage that blade trap has taken at the end of the night if they keep this up. I'm not too terribly concerned. Oh, loot bag. Yep. Alright. That blade trap failed already. Alright. Oh, we got dogs over here. Alright. Yep, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Oh well. That's not too much steel to repair it working again. And yep. It's funny, I can hear quite a few of them dying outside. Hi, Mr. White. Bye, Mr. White. Oh, another loot bag. It's quite the corpse pile now. Yeah, they're just gonna overload that single, and it's out of range. I can't catch from here. So I'm not too terribly worried about them overloading a single blade trap, because as you can see, the inner ones do pick up a lot of the slack. Alright, so that's good. They're coming from the spot where my hatch is, and they don't seem to be bothering with it at all. Kind of surprised I haven't heard any vultures yet either. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that blade trap's gonna fail here shortly. Ugh. So the majority of the exterior structure is just regular concrete right now. I did reinforced in the corridors, just in case any demos blow up or anything like that, and also to prevent them from trying to tunnel to get past the defenses. The floor is all reinforced concrete, just one layer. I am going to eventually do a reinforced floor all the way on the exterior. I just didn't have time to do it. So right now it's reinforced concrete, just one block right in front of each entryway there. Just so they don't get caught up on the lip and try to start digging. I've got about 1,500 concrete in the Jeep and about 100 steel, so I should be able to repair this base without having to do anything else. Yep, that trap's about to die. There it goes. So I don't know if you noticed it, but you'll see a little blue and yellow spark right before it dies, and that's how you know it's about to give out. Finally. I got a soldier zombie. But they're attacking from a different quadrant now. And more dogs. Is that a loot bag? Yeah, that's a loot bag. Alright. Hey, there's a cop. Perfect. It worked perfectly. Alright, so as long as you stay out of visual range, they will not spit at the structure. So you can literally just sit back in this base and just let the blade traps do all the work for you. You don't need to spend any ammo whatsoever. Now, that headshot there from the SMG turrets, okay, whatever. I mean, those are supposed to be for birds only, but hey, I'll take it. Alright. So we've got 2 blade traps down. And we'll just help out with that radiated. Nope, that trap's about to go. Alright, nope, that was just the armor on the Wow. Getting a hell of a lot of radiated now. Oh, I hear another cop. There he is. Ugh. Nope. I hear another cop. Where are you? There you are. And now they're coming through. Alright. So I'm actually thinking I could put bulletproof glass all the way around here. I just, you know, obviously wouldn't be able to shoot down. Which, I don't know. I'm debating. Because the way the horde zombie AI works, they always attack from a random quadrant. Now, you can get unlucky and have them, as we first saw at the night, keep attacking the one spot over and over. But they are supposed to rotate through the different spawn points. So on the average, with this design, you should never lose more than one or two blade traps, which is not a big deal to repair because it's just forged steel. And if that's all you have to do to repair your base is to mine iron and stone and clay, then who cares? It's like, there. 1 point of damage, 13, 3, 4. Now I'm sure the layer of concrete right above the blade traps has taken a bit more damage, but you're talking, what, maybe 2 pieces of concrete to repair it to max? So with this design, pretty much your only expenditure is going to be iron, clay, and stone. Now, obviously, some 9mm ammo from the SMG turrets, but absolutely negligible. I bet when we get done with this night, those turrets will have only used about 100 rounds tops each, which, you know, when I'm questing or tasking during a week, I can easily find, you know, 900 to 1,000 rounds of 9mm. So one thing that I do that's kind of cheaty, yes, I know, but hiding behind bulletproof glass like this will prevent the cops from spitting at you, because they don't see the glass as a viable path to you. They will go around it, and that's why I leave these spots open. But yeah, there you go. I'll just finish up the horde. I'll shut down my defenses. We'll run out really quick. Take a look at the damage. Alright, shut you down. Alright. I do not hear... Well, looks like that blade trap gave out. Alright. So let's go ahead and shut down all the battery banks. And as you can see, we didn't even burn through one battery. So let's go take a look and see what the damage is. Oh, I hear a zombie. I was like, oh, don't you dare fall down, bitch. Alright, so as you can see, the structure took almost no damage whatsoever. Alright. That one's almost toast. It's just above half. 600 damage, 300 damage, 1500 damage, 600 damage, 15, 14, 100, 600, 300, 150, less than 100, less than 100, almost 300. Yeah, so there you go. And let's see here. So most of this is at 100 or less. Oh, that one was at 200. So yeah, well, there we go. Almost 400. So yeah, total repair costs on this, I'm going to say maybe 15 forged steel and maybe 50 cement max. Yeah. And I just basically sat there and didn't do a damn thing the whole night. Cops, radiated, spiders, you name it, they threw it at me. So I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to work against demolishers. So, yep, alright.